Last time on Birdmen Racing, we brought you the thrills, spills and controversy from the second stop of the Pro Base Tour, the Chirag U-turn race in Norway. The new U-turn race format saw lots of upsets, and tour leader Major Alistair McCartney was amongst several big names disqualified in the early rounds. Alistair slips to second on the overall rankings, tied with surprise Chirag event winner Russian Gleb Vorovodin. The tour's leading lady, Ellen Brennan, narrowly missed becoming the first woman ever to make it to the podium, when both her and Pro Base title holder Espen Fadnis were disqualified in the finals. But the big winner on the day was Canadian Jay Maletsky, whose consistency in the first two legs of the tour has put him at the top of the log with a slender 6-point lead. Now, contestants wind their way north, through Norway to the village of Infordan for the world's oldest wingsuit race, the prestigious World Base Race. This is a spectacular race format, with pilots exiting the cliffs in pairs and racing head-to-head in a drag race across the skies.
Belly.
5, 4, 3, 2.
As the tour hits the halfway mark, it's all up in the air. Will local hero Tom Erik Hyman manage his first Pro Base Tour event win? Or will fellow Norwegian Espen Fadnis get his title defence off the ground in front of a partisan crowd? Will one of the big names like Julian Buhl or Ludovic Wirth finally claim a win? Or will there be more upsets and surprises in the hotly contested race for the Pro Base World title? After the excitement of the Chirag U-turn event, the Pro Base athletes head north for the tour's third stop, the World Base Race in Infordan. Winding their way up through Norway, the days lengthen till the sun barely sets and the whole country seems intent on making the most out of the brief summer months. With a couple of weeks between contests, competitors are all taking it easy and enjoying the holiday mood. Midway between Chirag and Infordan is the scenic town of Voss, which plays host to the Extreme Sports Week in June every year. Many of the Pro Base competitors stop off here for a week of rest and relaxation and to enjoy Base Day, a social day of jumping from the spectacular mountains in the area.
We got all kinds of people here, tons of different sports. Just after summer solstice, never gets dark. Lots of cool stuff going on.
For me, it's basically a place not really to do a lot of sports, but more to socialize. A lot of people in the sport comes here, and it's a good place just to meet everybody.
That was a good lunch break.
it's one of the best places in the world to jump.
It's one of the most beautiful countries that you can ever visit. This is like pure nature.
It's a lot of history in this valley. It's a story about all the mountains. All the base jumpers, they want to do Trollveggen and they want to do Bispeen. Base jumpers who climb a little, they want to do Romsdalshorn here. That's special places.
The Romsdalen region, it's middle Norway, but we class it as northern Norway for base jumping, and it really does have some of the best base jumps in the world.
The World Base Race takes place just outside Infordan in the Romsdalen district. This area is famous amongst base jumpers for its ultra-high mountains and super steep cliffs, especially the legendary Troll Wall, a short drive from the contest site.
Basically, the Troll Wall has been getting jumped for over 30 years now. I think one of the first jumps off it were in the early 80s. It's very iconic because the Troll Wall was one of the original base exit points, and it's also illegal.
Only a legal wall in Norway, but it's also the only wall that everyone wants to get. You know, everyone wants to jump Trollveggen. It's a huge wall. There's 5,300 feet, so that's a lot more freefall. Most sheerest cliff in Europe.
It's really a place for solid, hardcore, base jumpers that are really living the lifestyle of a base jumper. And the rewards you get are just absolutely incredible.
Oh my God.
So it's really the holy grail of base jumping is to coming to this area, and now with the competition scene, it's a real good excuse for everyone to come together at one place at one time and not only compete but catch up with old friends and new, and then in the spare time go and hit these big walls, especially the Troll Wall.
Come on, bring it on.
The World Base Race in Infordan was first held in 2008, making it the longest-running wingsuit race in the world. This prestigious event on the tour attracts the fastest pilots from around the globe. Past event winners include Tony Uragallo and Frode Johansen. But with the who's who of wingsuiting gathering, the competition for the €10,000 is going to be fierce. With 2 events completed and 3 to go, the World Base Race marks the middle of the season. With so many pilots exiting the Showdown U-turn event early, some of the top-ranked athletes are still languishing at the bottom of the leaderboard and desperately need to get some points here to stand any chance of winning the series. At the other end of the rankings, Canadian Jason Maletsky could cement his tenuous lead with a good placing, while in second, Alistair McCartney looks safe, with neither third-placed Russian Gleb Vorovodin or fourth-placed American Miles Dasher competing in this event. With the controversy of Showdown still fresh in everybody's minds, the pre-event briefing gets heated as competitors and organisers hammer out the rules of this race.
Who's going to make those decisions in the, what if it's the final and one guy lands out and the other guy doesn't?
It's safer to go into the water, then obviously that's a safety choice, so.
Would that disqualify?
No, in that case you wouldn't be disqualified.
Organised base jumping is still in its infancy, and formats and rules are still evolving with plenty of grey areas. Pro Base event organiser Hubert Schober painfully clarifies the rules for this event and does his best to keep everybody happy until an uneasy consensus is reached and jumpers can draw their starting numbers.
Number 49.
Tom Erik Hyman lives just around the corner from the contest site and is one of Norway's best-known base jumpers. He's a medal-winning competitive skier and an all-round sportsman who's most at home in the mountains surrounding his home in Andalsnes.
I'm living close to Trollveggen. I started to base jump there in 1980, and when I was a kid I started to look at these guys, read it in the newspaper, watching on TV. When I was grown up I could start skydiving and move on further to base jumping.
I use this for ski touring, use this for big mountain.
I still search for knowledge by my companion jumpers. I have a lot of great jumpers as my friends, and I like to learn from them and exchange experience with people, and I do that here. There are a lot of really good jumpers. The level is high on this competition. I'm looking forward to continuing meeting and learning.
Last year's tour winner Espen Fadnis also grew up in the area and is hoping his local knowledge will help get his title defence back on track. After a disappointing finish in Istanbul and being disqualified in Showdown, he desperately needs a good result here to stand any chance of keeping his title.
My place in Norway is filled with huge walls and valleys and lots of terrain and interesting features. The combination of doing base jumping all the time and live there and live among those mountains, maybe dream of new possibilities, it was kind of pushing the boundaries all the time. In 2005, me and several of my friends in Norway felt that we kind of ruled the world of big mountain base jumping. So I was standing on top of this exit with a French guy, and I tried to express to him that he had to fly like that and be a little careful there and things like that. And he just looked over the edge, smiled to me, and it's okay, it's okay. He jumped out, and instead of flying down the valley, he pulled 90 degrees, and all of a sudden he dived into the terrain and flew this awesome line on the terrain with his wingsuit. Insanely cool to watch, with turns and twists, and did a barrel roll in the end, and he landed down at the landing area. And I was standing on top of the mountain, looking at my good friend Hans, just, what the f are we doing? Okay, let's go up, we gotta copy him. It was completely new to us. It's a completely new feeling. And it was the first proxy flight I ever really done, and I never looked back.
Tom Erik Hyman and Espen Fadnis are both super competitive and always trying to up their skill levels. So they decided to get some training time in at the Voss wind tunnel.
Today I'm going in the wind tunnel. That is almost a complete opposite side of what I normally do, which is wingsuit flying.
Base jumpers spend hours hiking up mountains for seconds of freefall, so this is the perfect training tool for them. A couple of hours in the wind tunnel gives a jumper more airtime than they can get from months of hiking up the hills. Even with all their skydiving and base jumping experience, Espen and Tom Erik both struggle in the wind tunnel at first, but with the help of the coaches are soon making good progress.
I think it's good for everybody that does base jumping or skydiving to go in the wind tunnel and learn. It's the only place you can really learn how to fly a body.
Christian Moxness is chief instructor at the Voss wind tunnel, and with over 6,000 skydives, a couple of hundred base jumps and hundreds of hours of tunnel time to his name, he's a good person to learn from.
Arms more forward, definitely. I want them all the way stretched out. They learn super fast. You can see that they're used to doing training, used to having a coach, and they're motivated and they have a goal. So it's a lot of fun to fly with them.
I spent 45 minutes in there today, and the idea behind it for me is not to test it, but to actually think 100 hours ahead and think that I'm going to be really good at this, to implement that kind of muscle memory into wingsuit flying in the mountains, and have more fun, get more confidence, and push things forward in wingsuit flying.
As base jumping enters the professional era, it's clear that wind tunnels are going to become a crucial part in the training routine of any serious competitor. This is just another step in the sport's rapid evolution.
Base jumping hasn't been like a competition sport for me. It's been my lifestyle and my freedom to hike in the mountains, just do whatever I wanted to do. So when the base race first started, I was like so, but yeah, let's participate. It's in my backyard. I never won, but I had like second, third, fourth, so I'm up there, and it pisses me off that I can't do the first one. So doing the first place this year will be very special and really hard. actually getting into the race mode now. I like to be quiet, not too much people around me, just chill today because I'm putting my head into race mode. I get that from competition in skiing. Start to visualizing and see myself flying faster than Espen, Julian, Noah. I've done this cliff 400 times. I know where to pull out. I like to run fast as hell up to the top. Then I'm warming my body. It's like, yeah, I'm getting ready, using my body. Run fast up, fly fast down. That's the motto. They have helicopters for some rounds. I would see that everybody was hiking. Helicopters are for lazy people. You don't need a helicopter on this race, and that's actually pisses me off because you should be able to hike it as well, all the rounds. That shows that you're a real sportman.
The world-based race takes place from the grid-set Skolton Mountain, a relatively safe and accessible cliff. But the reason base jumpers from around the world flock to the Romsdalen region lies a couple of kilometres away at the only illegal cliff to base from in Norway, the Troll Wall. Jumping here was outlawed due to the mountain's inaccessibility to rescuers.
Basically, they passed a law in '86 saying that the whole Troll Wall area is illegal, including the surrounding areas. So these days, if you get caught just getting out of your car with a base rig on, you can actually get charged for it. It became extremely intense, a big cat and mouse game of jumping and hiding and this and that. And most people got away. I didn't one time, but it's pretty epic.
With so many potential landing areas, most base jumps from the Troll Wall go undetected. But every year there are some, like Dougs, who still manage to get arrested.
So when you jump this place, to stay away from the police, you land in another area where the police can't really come and chase you unless they really, really want to. But unfortunately, I was having such a good day and such a good flight that I flew completely over this area and landed with a guy standing about 50 metres away from me. He was doing his job, I was doing mine. His job is to chase and my job is to run, and he did his job better, basically. Yeah, so when I got busted, they took my parachute system away from me, and it's still at the police station now, and they fined me with a 30,000 krona fine, which is about $6,000 US, which I sort of haven't got around to paying yet. You know, we deserve to get busted. We were jumping this place quite a lot and jumped it heaps since, and it's still probably one of the best jumps on the planet. And the Troll Spire, for me, is the pinnacle of base jumping. It's one of the best jumps in the world.
Unfortunately, I've lost my two best friends here in Norway. Coombsy died here in 2006 on Laban, which is on the Troll Wall. He was on a 5-way jump and he was tracking with them, and it's a time when we were getting really close with the proximity tracking. We sort of paved the way for that. We're not sure what happened, but either he had gear failure or he just got too close and he impacted the wall. A couple of years ago, also, my other best friend, Ted Rudd, died whilst tracking up in another valley called Lysdalen. He was on a jump called Horstenebba, which is one of the best jumps in the world. And again, we're not sure exactly what happened, but he was tracking and maybe put himself in a bad position or had gear failure, and he also impacted the wall.
There have been 8 base jumping fatalities from the Troll Wall since it was first jumped in 1980. In spite of this, and the risk of being caught, base jumpers flock to the area every summer.
So for me, it's a lot of memories and a lot of feelings get stirred up every time I come here. Every hike, you know, every jump. We had so many great times here. We camp out in a cabin and do a jump, then party like rock stars, and then repeat the process. And, you know, it probably was some of the most incredible times in my life. So every time I'm back here, it definitely stirs up a lot of emotions, and just little things like grabbing a hot dog, collecting cans and bottles figure a lot of feelings and emotions. And whilst it is very sad, it's awesome as well, because we really did have the best lives ever up until this point, and I feel blessed that I'm still able to keep this going. And I keep it going for them as well as me, because they would be here right with us now and partying like rock stars as well, you know. So it's tricky, but it's life. You know, you learn to deal with it. What else do? You know, just get up every day and just go for it and have fun.
A short drive away from the Troll Wall, competitors, spectators and organisers are all fired up to get the World Base Race underway on a perfect Norwegian summer's day.
3, 2, 1.
The World Base Race is a straight-line speed race. In the qualifying round, pilots race one at a time against the clock, but after that, it's one-on-one, with first across the line going through and the loser going home. In this event, pilots have to open their parachutes at least 25 seconds before landing and keep to their side of the lane marker on the ground to avoid disqualification from the race. The qualification round selects the 32 fastest pilots to race head-to-head for the title. Homeboy Tom Erik is struggling and just makes it through qualifications, while the other local hero Espen qualifies well with the 9th fastest time behind fellow Norwegian and past event winner Frode Johansen. At the top of the rankings after qualifiers, it's Simon Repton from the USA in 3rd place. Matthias Weiss of Switzerland in 2nd, and Julian Bull from South Africa leading the way in 1st. Julian is one of the world's top competitive wingsuiters, and at the start of the tour was rated by many as the man to beat. After failing to live up to expectations on the first 2 legs of the tour, it seems like Julian has finally found his form.
I'm pretty psyched. I'm in 1st place at the moment, time-wise, and now time means nothing. It's just head-to-head. Winner takes all per race off, so now they're not timing anything. They're just going to take the person that wins each heat out of the 2 people, and they're going to progress to the next round. So we'll see what happens.
The top qualifiers get to draw their competition for the next round.
Julian Bull, number 21, and he was joining me with a magic hat. Don't look, just pick out a name. Ellen Brennan.
Fastest qualifying lady Ellen Brennan is unlucky to be drawn by fastest qualifying man Julian Bull.
I'm paired against the fastest man in the whole race, so this is going to be interesting.
Ellen's fast, so I just got to get off and fly nice and clean and hope that Ellen doesn't fly cleaner than me.
The physics of wingsuiting means that taller, heavier pilots generally have an advantage over smaller competitors, and the size difference between the petite American and the lanky South African put Ellen at a distinct disadvantage. For some base jumpers, these physical differences make the whole concept of wingsuit races meaningless.
I don't know how someone who can compete base jumping when they don't weigh the same, they're not jumping the same gear, they don't have the same wingsuit. It doesn't make any sense. But then people come back with, well, it just shows that they're a better jumper. But unless you got the same gear, you weigh the same, then it'll prove to me that they're actually beating each other.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Big-hearted Ellen's not letting physics keep her back. And although she narrowly loses against Julian in this race, she's sent many big, strong men packing before and feels it's just a matter of time before her or one of the other ladies wins a wingsuiting race.
Very, very nice race from Ellen, though. Congratulations.
These boys all have a complex that, girls can't do the sport as well as they can, and I need to show them that girls can kick ass just as well as the boys can. Maybe one of us can get to be in the top 3, and that would be really cool.
Laurie Butts is another American lady giving the guys a run for their money. Having made it this far, she's now come up against her boyfriend, Ludovic Worth. Easygoing Laurie looks relaxed before the race, while highly competitive Ludo is taking things a bit more seriously.
He takes things a little harder than I do, so maybe if I beat him, it might turn out different, I don't know.
Today is not the ladies' day, and Ludo takes the race. But there are no bad feelings, and Laurie is extremely gracious in defeat.
He had a much better start. I started late, plus he's probably just faster.
The head-to-head races are all close, with split seconds separating winners from losers. 2011 World Base Race winner Frode Johansson was quick in qualifiers, but knows that there are no easy races at this level of competition.
So many good people at the top, so I really have to do it 100%.
Frode continues to lead the Norwegian charge by eliminating highly rated Swiss pilot Lutz Ludke. Espen Fadnis is the next local to fly and is showing the form that won him last year's world title. He crosses the finish line with a super quick time and advances with a convincing win. Popular local Tom Erik is up against Colombian Jonathan Flores. Tom Erik knows he's going to have to fly quicker than he did in qualifiers to get through this round, but Jonathan has other plans. In the end, the home fans and Tom Erik are both disappointed as he fails to advance to the next round.
Tom Erik is a badass, and I have major respect for him. And being able over here, I'm just trying to run down for him. I'm like, woo! Viva Colombia!
A disappointed Tom Erik will now have to wait for the next leg to try and fulfill his dream of winning a pro base event.
It's not the most important thing in my life to be a champion of this competition, but I'm competitive and I see my abilities, and I know I can be in the top. There's a lot of good people here, but you need to stay focused, stay strong, and you have to beat your friends.
Last year's winner, 61-year-old Tony Uragalo, is the only pre-qualified jumper who didn't use the qualification round for a practice jump. But Tony's experience shows when he sets the quickest time of the day in the fastest heat, sending home Norwegian Dan Johnson, who's unlucky to be knocked out after posting the second fastest time in the round.
I'm about to race Noah Bonson, and I know he's pretty intimidated by my mohawk, so I think that's going to work to my advantage. Jay has the most intimidating haircut on the tour. He's actually looking at me right now, so I'm flustered.
It's a super tight race, and in the end, the Mohawk's not intimidating enough, and it's Noah who goes through to the round of 16. Team Skydive Dubai already have 2 members through, and team leader Mike Swanson is looking to make it 3 out of 3.
If I'm aiming to repeat what I did last time, then I'm going to be pretty happy with it.
It's up to Aussie Chris Doogs McDougall to put a stop to the team's dominance, and he's looking understandably nervous.
They go almost simultaneously. Let's see. Mike was very, very fast in the qualifier. The camera is on Doogs. He's coming out in.
As they cross the finish line, it's Mike first, and Doogs going out of the contest in second.
Oh yeah, Mike's way ahead. He's definitely going to win this one.
The evolution of base jumping from outlawed pastime to professional sport has inevitably changed the game, and whether this is for the better or worse is a hotly debated topic.
So this year is the first year in competition where there's actually some legitimate money involved. I did one competition last year, and I think first place won $500. And now this year, first place wins 10,000 euros, which is a significant amount of money compared to last year.
It used to be, you know, you'd compete in a competition, you'd win a shirt. But nowadays, just in the last year, the prize money now is 10,000 euros. So people racing for money. It's a dangerous sport. You don't need to add people racing for money for what? For $10,000. Is that how much your life is worth? There's a lot of people there that they just want to chase the cash.
Sure, it's a competition, and everyone like to be first, but you can't forget you have to be safe.
I don't come here for the money. I come here to jump with the best people and to learn from them and hopefully meet new people, and hopefully they'll take me to some cool places after the competition. But there are other people in the competition who are purely here for the money or for the competition, and they have a completely different vibe. Like, you can tell they're not really having fun, which kind of ruins it for some other people. But it's a competition, so I guess can't really blame them.
You know, at the end of the day, you don't have to compete, and I'll go away every other day and jump for fun. So, and I think as long as people
still remember why they started base jumping and why they lived their dreams, and then it's still going to be okay. And then we just step up for a few days every now and then for a competition.
It's just a competition. Otherwise, afterwards, everybody goes and jumps as freely as they want again.
Round 1's seen some of the fastest times ever recorded on this track, and the competition is only going to heat up in round 2. The second round of 8 heats kicks off straight away, and the Red Devil Simon Repton takes out Colombian Jonathan Flores by less than half a second.
That was fun. I'm tired and ready for some rest.
Julian Bull comes up against Hungarian Viktor Kovac. Victor's had a terrible tour so far, but is an unpredictable competitor who's won pro-base races in the past, and Julian takes no chances.
Woo! Vic's a scary man to race against. He's fast. I mean, it was super crazy. He was wound up really good, and the next thing he was playing with the monkeys.
Now we're gonna see what's up with my leg. I hope it's not broken, but it feels terrible.
In the end, Victor's his own worst enemy and limps out of the event after a bad landing. The fastest man in the air so far is last year's race winner Tony Urigalo, who's up against Noah Banson. Tony flies another blistering run, but Noah pulls out all the stops, beating him by the narrowest margin.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, man.
No way. Tony.
Norwegians Frode Johansen and Esper Fadnis come up against each other in the most highly anticipated heat of the day. In a tactical race, Espen flies a higher, more direct line, while Frode dives steeply to accelerate. It's neck and neck coming into the finish, but Frode pushes too hard and crosses over the marker dividing the lanes. Already disqualified, Frode's strategy of diving low for the finish line backfires when he's forced to ditch in the water, while Espen just squeaks into the landing area.
Espen is safe. Let's wait for KTV time. This was too much. This was unbelievable. This was the race of the day.
Carlos Breseno from Venezuela knows he's going to have to fly at 100% to beat an in-form Mike Swanson. Mike wins, and Team Skydive Dubai continue to dominate with 3 pilots through to the final 8.
It was good, man. Carlos had me on the exit for sure. I've been a little slow today on the takeoff, but I guess what I hear is I beat him, so great.
Unknown Brazilian Yuri Cordeiro has done well to make it this far, and nobody's expecting him to advance against wingsuiting legend Robert Pechnik. But the humble Brazilian doesn't let his respect for Robbie get in his way and wins the race, becoming the only unsponsored pilot going through to the quarterfinals. With less than half a second separating winners from losers in every heat, round 2 has been the most exciting round of the tour so far. With injuries, upsets and disqualifications, it's been a roller coaster ride, and competitors and fans are on the edge of their seats as the last 8 pilots prepare for the quarterfinals. Base jumping as an organised sport pushes pilots to perform at their peak, but the risks are high, and the competition rules are all about keeping the athletes as safe as possible.
I remember once having a discussion, is base jumping sport or is it just a dangerous behavior? And I think that it's a dangerous behavior, a sport, and a way of life.
It's a very dangerous sport, but you can do it safely, and that's kind of the bottom line right there, you know. I mean, the guys out here There's quite a few people with over 1,000 base jumps.
You just have to be smart about it. I'm not here to die. I'm here to compete, have fun, be with my friends, represent my nation, my sponsors, and go back home to kiss my beautiful wife.
Having the top jumpers competing who are very, very safe jumpers as well, it's really lifting the safety standard for us, but also people's perception of the safety standard.
The base jumping community is a big dysfunctional family. We love each other, we respect each other, we trust each other. You know, like when you're standing on a cliff and you're about to go, if a guy will spot a mistake in your rig, he's saving your life. If you open and you crash into the mountain, these guys are the ones that are gonna come and save you. And like, you make that bond.
To a certain extent, you're making decisions that your life depends on together. Together, your minds are evaluating risk.
There's a sense of concern. You might land and someone's not there anymore. Before you say goodbye, you know? It's like, I love you, I'll see you on the ground.
I've gotten really good at choosing who I jump with because I don't want to lose my friends. I see some people making bad decisions and I just decide I'm not going to jump with you. I don't want to get to know you any better. You're not somebody I want to have to miss if you go away.
Over the course of my time since I got into base jumping, I've seen 5 people die and I've lost around about 18 friends. With base jumping in the fatality list, it's a crazy thing. It's part of the sport. It's 50% base jumping, but also the other 50% in base jumping is there's death. At the moment, we're currently at 206 fatalities.
I try not to think about it on feelings. I try to look at the data. How dangerous is it actually? For those 3 years that I took data, a death accident per 3,000 jumps. In skydiving, internationally, the same ratio is 60,000 per fatality. So for sure we can say that skydiving is safer than base jumping.
Skydiving, there's not really many concerns. You've got 2 parachutes. If you're in a Formula 1 car and you come up on a wall, you don't have a chance. You're going to hit that wall. When you're skydiving, if you have a problem with your main parachute, you can cut that parachute away and open your reserve. Even if you knock yourself out getting out the plane and you don't have a parachute above your head, at 700 feet you will have a reserve above your head and you'll come and land knocked out, but you'll land. You know, you might break something when you hit the ground, but you won't be dead.
Pure statistics. The more base jumps that are made, the more accidents there'll be. More skiers on a mountain, more accidents. You know, more people playing soccer, more people rolling their ankle and going to the doctor. It's just a matter of numbers.
Working as a nurse, I see people get their lives changed every day, even if they get cancer, car accidents, so much stuff can happen. So we can't really go through life trying to be safe because it's not possible.
Well, when you have lost so many as 40, you know, you go in like to a bubble, you know. It's very sad. It's a stupid thing often. Pulling too low, jumping with suits they not should do. So it's a human fault. It's not the material fault. They could survive if they took a step back and just thinking a little bit, you know.
With base jumping, you can be as safe as anything and you can still die. It's just if you control all the errors and the margins for the danger part, you can lower that scale.
Be prepared, you know, for the worst case.
So what happened? So I was coming in to land, and I was a bit short of my normal landing area. I had to pick another alternate landing area, so there was some nice grass, so I thought I'd go for the grass, see if I can put it down there, which seemed pretty good at the time. As I come closer to the grass, it became apparent that underneath the grass was a lot of boulders. So when my foot went to touchdown. It got caught in a boulder and then threw me from one boulder to the next until I come to rest, breaking most of my bones on the right hand side of my body, from my ankle, my femur, my elbow, my wrist and my shoulder. I've learnt, everyone should be wearing knee pads and elbow pads and helmets. My helmet saved my life. If I wasn't wearing a helmet, I'd maybe not be here now. I do want to, come back and jump again. I've got a lot of work to do between now and that day. There's a lot of physio to be done. There's going to be a long road of recovery, and hopefully I'll be back up there. It's more about the whole lifestyle, and I'm not ready to give that up yet.
Despite all the risks, another popular wingsuiting site in the Romsdalen area that keeps jumpers coming back is the 1,500-metre tall Bispeen Peak. The geography of this mountain allows wingsuiters to buzz the Trollstigen Road, one of Norway's most popular tourist routes.
Bispeen is a really special place. It got first jumped in '99 by two friends of mine. Me and Espen hiked up and we jumped it together. I remember the first landing after we passed the road. It was a special moment. We knew it's going to be a really famous place. So we were actually saying people, this is a really dangerous place. So people stayed away. People called me, hey, do you think I can jump there? No, I don't think so. You shouldn't jump there, it's dangerous. And when people got there, it's not a dangerous place, it's an okay place. And after that, it's like Bispeen is an icon of base jumping.
The Trollstigen Road has 11 hairpin bends on its steep ascent up the mountain, and Bispeen Corner is the perfect place for base watchers to get close to the action without having to climb a mountain.
You pass them with a couple of meters, screaming, you look in their eyes.
With so much jumping taking place in the area, base watching has become a popular pastime, and over the years the pilots and locals like Santa have gotten to know each other well.
Oh, I saw my first jumps in the 80s. For me it's like family, quite a lot of them. And I have two new ones I met today, so it's widening. It's a very big family. Dougs and Julian, it's a favorite too. JT, lots of them. And a couple of locals like Tom Erik, Espen. They're very good.
Yeah?
For now, all base watching eyes are focused on the World Base Race, as the 8 quarter-finalists make their way to the exit point and the competition hurtles towards its climax. Julian takes on local boy Espen in the first of the quarter-final heats. It's anybody's race until Julian hits the accelerator to knock Espen out. Espen is the last Norwegian in the contest and was hoping for a better result in front of his home crowd. But having got to the quarter-finals, at least keeps his chance of defending his title alive.
It's always scary to race against Epic Radness, because this little Ginga can pull stuff out of his head that make David Copperfield look bad. Ow!
Julian's such a nice guy, in a cocky way.
In Heat 2, French pilot Ludo takes on Switzerland's Dominic Wicki. Dominic's out, and Ludo's the second pilot through to the semi-finals and could still make this his first pro-base win. Underdog Brazilian Yuri Cordeiro's fantastic run of form continues as he eliminates Simon Repton to advance. The last quarter-final is an all-team skydive Dubai affair as Noah Banson and Michael Swanson come head-to-head. In the closest heat of the quarters, Michael edges out Noah by a nose.
Good race.
As soon as their chutes are packed, the 4 fastest pilots make their way back up to the top for the semis.
2 more jumps to go, super psyched, awesome weather. It's real nice to be up here. The group's getting smaller and smaller, and it's just getting more and more comfortable at the exit point.
In Heat 1, it's the South African Julian Bull against French pilot Ludo Worth, while Heat 2 is a David versus Goliath heat with self-sponsored Brazilian Yuri Cordeiro coming up against the might of Team Skydive Dubai in the form of Mike Swanson.
Among the top 4, I'm the only one who's not a professional actually, so I'm really satisfied to, have made it to this point.
Julian is rated by many as the fastest pilot in the competition and goes into the semis as favourite, but Ludo is a professional wingsuiting cameraman and no slouch in the air himself. Both pilots get a great start and exit the ramp together, but after that it's all Julian's as he streaks across the finish and powers his way to the final, dashing Ludo's hopes for a first tour win in the process.
My buddy and teammate Mike is up there right now, and I'm hoping he crushes the Brazilian, just because it's how we play our game. And getting a little windy now. Bad storm coming in, I don't know if we're going to make it. But that was a nice, smooth, fast run, and I'm super psyched.
In the second semi, underdog Yuri is looking to upset another big name and take down Mike. But Yuri's fairy tale contest ends as the pressure and wind take their toll and he's disqualified for failing to make it to the landing area.
I chose the right, he chose the left because it's a faster lane. But it looks like he fell into exactly what I was worried about doing if I had the left-hand side. So I hope he's all right over there. I think he's good, and yeah.
Skydive Dubai are arguably the most professional team on the tour. Its members are top athletes who epitomise the new era of base jumping. The team's hard training and dedication are certainly paying off in the world-based race. Base jumping is not a cheap sport, and a large part of the team's success is due to the technical and financial support that they receive.
Skydive Dubai has given us an opportunity to follow our passion as wingsuit pilots.
Having them supporting us is great. They've brought us together as a team.
It takes a lot of work to get good at what we're doing. We are now concentrating on quality as opposed to quantity, and the quality enriches my life because I know I'm doing things that I couldn't do before.
How do you make your living? This is my living. I fly wingsuits and try and put my head first.
The World Base Race Final is a dream finish for the Skydive Dubai team, but Mike and Julian are born competitors, and with 10,000 euros and bragging rights at stake, both pilots are going to give it everything that they've got.
American representing Skydive Dubai and Red Bull. Congratulations, Mike. You will be facing your teammate, Julian Bull, in the finals. These guys train together every day.
The conditions are windy. We've spoken to the judges and they agree we're allowed to turn and fly upwind once we've passed the finish line. And Mike and I jump a lot together, so super happy that I'm in the final with him.
This is another day in the office, basically, just with a little more at stake.
3, 2, 1.
Mike has a great exit and leaves the ramp fractionally ahead of Julian. But as they hurtle towards the finish line, Julian is faster in the air and pulls into the lead. Julian finishes less than a tenth of a second ahead of Mike with his fastest run of the day, crowning a fantastic day of racing for the team.
He's faster than me, so unless I get him on the start and have a perfect run, the chances are I'm going to be a little bit behind. So I gave it my best, and that's all I can do. We'll wait and see what they say.
The World Base Race has been an incredible event with a fantastic atmosphere and highly competitive and entertaining racing. With Julian Bull first, Mike Swanson second and Ludovic Worth third, the overall Pro Base rankings have seen a radical shuffle as Mike claims top spot from Canadian Jason Maletsky, who slips to second, while Julian Bull's win rockets him into third place. Alistair McCartney, Espen Fadnis, Robert Pechnik, Ludovic Worth and Gleb Vorovodin make up the top 10 and are all still in the running for the Pro Base title. Next, the tour heads to Wallenstadt, Switzerland for the first ever pro-base proximity race. And with nothing separating the top pilots, there's everything to fly for.
We're going proxy this time. We're going closer to the terrain. And that's kind of my specialty. So that's the one I'm really the most enthusiastic about. That's going to be a great race.
Proximity flying is where pilots hug the mountain, turning between and around the trees, cliffs and crags. The skydive Dubai athletes excel at proxy flying, and they are heading to the Swiss Crack racecourse early to train, in an effort to repeat their event domination.
The Crack, it's a really nice jump. I think it's very popular because of the cool terrain to fly, obviously like flying through the canyon, and the accessibility. Like it's not for beginner wingsuit pilots.
But a spate of base jumping accidents and trouble with the authorities threatened to derail the tour.
When I landed, I just turned around, couldn't see anything, no canopy, nothing. Just super strange feeling, you know, something's so wrong.
This season has been one of base jumping's deadliest yet. Amongst those who have died are 3 tour competitors: Stefan Stobel, Dan Johnson and Trond Bjeld. They will be sorely missed.